downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable.
Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes the crosses get challenged, at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game in the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Lance and company going on 4th down. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Cook. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Complete to number 32. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Cook will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play of our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. First carry now for Pierre Strong. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Now Jackson back into his end zone. Able to hit his target Lamb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On third down, Jackson. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jackson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third and goal, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there. He's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again. And they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. First and 10. Right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Throwing now is Lance. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 2nd and 9, Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
But based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Now Jackson on first down. Open man downfield is low. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. CeeDee Lamb for their 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role in why they are trailing right now. To throw again on second down. Lance. He's got a man. Complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On first down, Lance. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Lance looks to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, so that's going to lead to a third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Lance's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On play action, Lance out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Hands it off out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You know that expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stepped at the 11. And this will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even...
He's got a man, complete! Touchdown, Detroit! As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll go in the Bucs as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, his 2nd sack of the night. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught by Edwards. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 10.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for the Lions. 1st down and goal to go.
Get in right now, boys.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the 49er hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not surprising the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of finding out, which is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And Lance now to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Parker hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a play fake. Lance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. When the man save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The Lance going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Now Jackson on second down. Got a man. That's Lazard. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson will throw again. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Well, Parker, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lance. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that will go fall incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. But this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a lot.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
Well, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play